Hello, we're starting right where we left off from the last video. But this video and that video are technically separate videos. So, yeah, let's get right into it.
What is this one about, Julio? This is a disaster for the left.
Oh, by the way, if you don't know, this is Leaflit. She is a VTuber who does game design. And she also does React content. And well, obviously, right? But she also comments a lot on political things. She's mostly conservative, libertarian kind of. But she's good peeps. I think most of her opinions are right. I agree with most of them. Most of my commentary will not be to be going against Leaflet. It's only to point other things out and probably make certain other comparisons that she doesn't make throughout the video, and maybe try and do something with it, right?
The age of the orc is over. Wait, what is going? What is this? All right, let's look at this real quick. All right.
If you're on X, you've probably already seen this trend by now.
What is it?
Someone, usually from a country like Japan, will post a video or a photo of an animal doing something completely innocent and undeniably adorable. And each time, it'll get thousands of likes and retweets. And in those retweets, you'll usually find a second viral trend. An explicitly right-wing account will quote the same video with a caption like, "The left has no response to this. It's over for the left." Or, "This is a disaster for them." This probably started a few months
Wait,
ago.
what? I don't
but
get
it's
it.
picked up enough steam that you see it everywhere.
What is it? Is this a thing? Dude, this just shows like how I don't know. I don't know anything. Crimson Wolf, thank you for the 500. European ancestors are rolling in their graves. Um,
To be honest, I don't know about this trend either. It's quite new to me. Then again, I'm never like really on Twitter. You see, I have like Twitter open here, but I'm never really on Twitter a lot. And most of these Twitters are because I watch a lot of Twitch, as you can see, and I basically just use it to get to follow the streamers I watch and to see what's going on with them. And it's really not even to do that, right? Because I follow them, then I kind of never go back onto their pages. Uh, there's a couple of VTubers I do retweet here and then. But yeah, I don't really use Twitter. I don't. You'll never see me on Twitter, talking shit. You'll never see me doing that. I just don't do it. I don't really like social media that much. I don't even go on Facebook and do that either. I I'm quite the solitary introverted person. I just play games and talk to friends. That's about it. I would love to have a conversation with Leaflet actually, but that's probably not within the cards. Um, well, I don't know if it is or isn't, but I'm not like a formal streamer. I don't really do this very often, and I don't do videos much either. So, yeah.
yeah, probably. Probably. I don't think any guys like I don't think anyone should feel bad about their they shouldn't feel guilt about their race. About shit that happened in the past has nothing to do with them. It's such a ridiculous idea, and like I thought I just I didn't think it was possible for people to be so stupid to like actually still uh
Well, I agree with Leaf here. I don't think it's until what it was around 2010, 2011. I think what really sparked a lot of the like the racist comeback was was Obama's administration. His by the way, his second term. And just the reintroduction of it into schools. Because I still talk to people today, who I've spoken to coworkers about it. I'm like, what do you mean you experience racism every day? They're like, yeah, I experience racism every day. I live through it, and I'm like, you're full of shit. Um, Now they take great offense to this. And I tell them this is because it's not the case. They receive special treatment now at every turn. How can it be full of racism if you receive special treatment at every turn? I Now I do feel that women still do go through certain things I don't think they should be going through, like getting attacked by men or getting leered at, uh being put in uncomfortable situations, usually by still the opposite sex. And I think a lot of that still that's the issues with that are a deeper issue because that has to do with the adults, right? Because if your parents taught you right, you're not going to be doing this stupid shit. And what do I really mean by that? I mean is that like usually if you have a good upbringing or if you have parents that are usually there for you, not only that, but if your parent catches your insanity early and actually does something about it, then you usually will not become a criminal later down the line. And if you do, it's because you hit it very well, right? Because I know many people don't like Jordan Peterson. They think he's performative, but I do think as he is a psychiatrist, no, he's a therapist. He does understand psychopathy, and psychopaths usually are so arrogant, they usually give themselves away quite quickly. And so they can't usually stay within the group very often, and they usually get weeded out fairly fast, which is why we have been able to survive as a civilization for so long, right? Because if you allow the psychopaths to rule all the time or to get traction, it usually doesn't lead to very well results, right? As we could see throughout history. Um, and especially history has been a very violent thing if you look at it closely, right? Most of history is just war. Very little peace happened throughout human history. Humans have been going to war for thousands of years, and it's just ridiculous. Um, And so now that we have this semblance of peace, not only do we have semblance of peace, but we're trying to improve society, innovate with technology, and move forward as a species to make more things much more comfortable, easy, affordable. And now we have these people who come back and try and bring back old baggage, because that's what slavery is. It's old baggage. Slavery does effectively in America does not exist anymore. So I don't know. And not only that, but the entire history taught in school is built on a lie. Well, not the entire history, but most of the important parts, right? It's built on a lie. People get hung up on, oh, well, he was a slave owner. They don't even like look into it deeply. Anything that's nuanced, it's all it's all discarded. There's no more critical thinking at all as a society in America. All of it is sensationalism, and it's tiring. It's so tiring because it's like not only that, but then it's built on nefarious actors that are intentionally dishonest, and then when you talk to them about this intentional dishonesty, like when you bring this up to them, they will be intentionally evasive about their own dishonesty, and so it's annoying. It's like you're like the devil, bro. Can you stop it? And they look at you like, what do you mean? Like, I'm the devil? What did I do? All I did was like point out that they did this, right? And you're like, well, yeah, they did do that. And they're like, well, yeah, you see, it's like, yeah, but they, even though they did this, they also have some good that they've done, even if they've done a little bad, and we need to look at the good too, and use the, you know, the weight of balancing to figure out whether they're actually a good person, because not everyone is clean, right? Not everyone, no one has not done evil, right? And if you haven't, you're a saint, but not, no one has not done evil. And just to focus on the evil someone has done and not what they are trying to do now is, I think, is really bad. Of course, this is very specific. There are exceptions, like criminals. Criminals who aren't usually trying to reform or actively reform should remain in the box, which is jail, by the way. I don't like this suicidal empathy and the releasing of, you know, criminals into society who are repeat offenders. And this is not, and usually when they're repeat offenders, they don't just do things like 3 times or 4 times. It's like, oh well, this person has committed a crime 10 times. Oh, by the way, this is his 44th arrest. It's like, well, what are you doing? Not only that, it's also in the freaking in the system now, to kind of downplay all the violence one party is doing over the one percentage of the demographic is doing more than the other percentage of the demographic, is just to ignore all the crime, put the crime down as misdemeanors. So assault, rape, freaking killing someone like your neighbor, oh well, it's just a misdemeanor. Beating down a random person, even though you don't have any reason to do it, well, that's the misdemeanor. And it's like, you can't have these animals in society just be getting a pat on the back and then let out again because they're just gonna do it again. And and the thing is, the problem isn't if you do it for 1 or 2 people. The problem is that they're doing it at scale, right? So think about that. They're not only doing it at scale, but only reporting on maybe 1/3 or half of the cases, right? So only 1/3 of the murders, or half of the murders, are actually being properly reported. Why? Oh, well, because it looks good. So that means that every time they report to you on certain statistics like that, you have to actually add times 2 or times 4, and to then be like, oh, these are the actual numbers. And someone would say, oh, well, you're just exaggerating, Admiral. You're exaggerating. I'm like, no, no, I'm not. I'm not exaggerating. Like, this is the case. We found this out, that they've been you know, they've been downsizing on everything, trying to you know, decrease the importance of it. Yeah, not downsizing, downplaying. They'll downplay it and then be like, what do you mean? It's a misdemeanor. Not battery, it's misdemeanor. Yeah, it's like, oh my god. Well, I guess this will be the end for part 1 of the video. I'll do part 2 now. Thanks for watching. Tell me if you like me doing this or you just want it all in one video. I'm only doing the parts because I can get quite lengthy in my discussions and my talks, and it ends up also my tangents, as you noticed, ends up making it so that the video is quite long and people don't want to watch a long video. They only watch like the first 10 minutes. and so that's why I'm making it so short. Um, well, thanks for watching. See you in part 2.